Tonight, if the bills state lawmakers are now proposing become law, Oklahoma game wardens and law enforcement warn that they'll make it harder to protect citizens and wildlife. 2 Works For You reporter Corey Duke live tonight with the proposals and how they're going to affect your safety and property. Corey?
4 new bills in the House and Senate could change the way law enforcement and game wardens come onto your private property. Now, officials come across signs like this: private property, no trespassing. New law would state this line can only be crossed with probable cause.
There's people in the world that are bad, so we need somebody to watch over those people that are bad.
Cooper says he relies on the game warden and law enforcement to make sure his property and livestock are protected. The Oklahoma State Game Warden Association says the new bills will deny them access to private property.
95% of all the land in Oklahoma where wildlife can be found is private property. So if we can't go on the private property, which means we could only be limited to the public property, we can't help the landowners, we can't help the wildlife.
Clark says these bills won't allow him to respond to people or animals in distress on private property, leaving them to fend for themselves. And the landowner we talked with seems to agree.
You get these big landowners, they'll have hunting clubs come in and they'll kill all of our game out. There won't be any regulations on our game. We have to have regulations on our game.
Senator Nathan Dahm says this just isn't true. He says the new legislation only denies game wardens access who use the sound of a gunshot as a cause to investigate.
All the bill actually says is it says that they cannot use the discharge of a firearm as the sole suspicion or reason that they're entering the private property.
Senator Dahm says the Warden Association is misinterpreting the bills. He says game wardens and law enforcement can enter private property if they see an animal or person is in harm's way. These bills, if passed, will be effective November 1st of this year. Reporting live, Corey Duke, 2 Works For You.
And we want to know what you think. Do you think the law should change? Join our conversation on our Facebook page right now, KJRH TV.